Okay, what is going on, everybody? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is DKEN, and welcome to my incredible podcast. Now, before we commence this episode, do not forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, share this with your boys and your families, follow me on Instagram, smash that bell notification button, and enjoy the show. Let's get started. Our top story for today shall be part 3 of the Brittany Renner situation. Now, before I continue any further, I'm going to put a link on the upper right corner of the screen right now. Inside of that link, I shall attach both part 1 and part 2 of this saga, just in case if any of you need to be brought up to speed. I highly encourage the folks that have not seen part 1 and or part 2, go ahead and make sure to watch those videos and then proceed to this video, which is part 3. However, for those of you that are already up to speed, let's just dive right into it, because I assure you, this saga will continue. I do not see the light at the end of this particular tunnel. I don't see this saga ending soon at all. And I think this will continue on for the next several years, maybe for a decade, who knows, but enough of the overview. Now let's just dive right into it. First, we shall go into another video that was uploaded by Brittany on her Instagram page. In this specific video, Brittany goes out of her way to accuse men and shame men for not being healed, having loud mouths, and she accuses us of being narrow-minded. Folks, before I play this clip, allow me to use this disclaimer right now for the second time. This footage I'm about to play is under direct compliance with the fair use policy. So with that said, let's check out Brittany's video.
Dear unhealed men with narrow minds and loud mouths.
Obviously, this is going to be one of those typical videos where your typical 304 female with a feminist mind is going to bash men for having, what did she say? For being unhealed, for having narrow minds and loud mouths. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget about this one certain fact. This is the same creature that said this bullshit.
I've been thinking so hard, bitch. Bitch, this has really been the hardest time of my life.
This is the same creature that claimed she was having the hardest time of her life. She was expecting sympathy from her beta male audience because, now let's get the violin out, because it was the hardest time of her life. I mean, look at her. She definitely looks like a female who is struggling at life, struggling at living the fucking hoe lifestyle, and struggling to post all sorts of shit on her Instagram. She had to relocate from a luxurious condo, I repeat, a luxurious condo, all the way to North Carolina. Oh, meanwhile, she continues to publish all sorts of images and videos of her having a good time. Oh, but she's struggling. Will you send her something through Cash App or PayPal, like any of those options? Brittany, you need to cut this false sob story shit out right now, because there is no way that you're struggling. For you to say that men like us are quote-unquote unhealed, narrow-minded, and loudmouths, that's unreasonable, okay? You have no right to say some stupid shit like that. You have no right to do that. You're the one who intentionally trapped PJ Washington in order to extort child support from him, and you made the conscious decision to not take ownership of your fuck-ups. Therefore, your baby is going to be raised by a 304, which in turn is going to make her into a 304. Do you see the cycle that you have created for your family? Because if you don't, you absolutely have no right to be a mother, and when that child of yours grows up, she will do exactly what you just did, Brittany. She will become a 304 herself and will learn how to live the 304 lifestyle because her mother, which is you, Brittany, you did it when you were young. There's a reason as to why I'm saying this. There's a reason as to why I'm pointing out this self-destructive rationale that you have. But if this is the route that you wish to take, okay, I will not feel sorry for you. Let's continue.
Your feelings aren't facts. So you can bore us with statistics and women are special us to death, but it doesn't make it any more true.
That's an intriguing word you used, statistics. You damn right I shall educate you with some statistics. Matter of fact, I have some statistics I'd like to present to you right now, and these numbers that I'm about to read you right now comes from the book titled De-Evolution, Feminism's Reverse Engineering of American Females by Coach Greg Adams. I shall only read some of them, okay? It says here, and I quote, 68% of the U.S. student loan debt belongs to women. By the way, folks, we'll get into that discussion another day, but for now, let's resume with these numbers. It continues on, and I quote, 85% of those living paycheck to paycheck are women. Women are responsible for 73% of consumer spending in the U.S. 66% of women carry credit card debt. Over half of all U.S. marriages will end in divorce. 67% of the marriages that ended in divorce lasted 8 years or less. 80% of divorces are initiated by women. 1 in 4 women take mental health medication. 52% of American women are single. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm talking about here, okay? However, you have these certified 304s like Brittany Renner who chose not to give a damn about these cold hard facts, these cold and harsh statistics. They have made the conscious decision not to give a damn about men. Folks, keep this in your minds as we progress in this video.
You would love for us to settle for men like you and lower our standards because we don't have to settle for men like you or lower our standards. I'm single, not desperate. And it's important to understand the difference. We are so annoyed with this tired-ass narrative that all men cheat. Who wants to be with a woman with kids or a kid? What guy would accept you with a past like that?
So, I don't know about any of you men out there that are listening to this, and no offense to you, Brittany, but men like us, we don't care if you're annoyed about these standards that we're making nowadays. We don't care if you do not agree with our expectations that we have towards y'all females. The Red Pill taught us how to create standards such as the following. 1. If you see a female that you like, but you find out she has kids, disqualify her right off the bat. 2. If she starts exuding red flags right away, like an attitude problem, she's not easy to get along with, she's always combative towards at least most things that you say, she starts displaying masculine energy, disqualify her on the spot. 3. If she does not have any feminine traits of any kind, and if she's one of those females that acts like a man, disqualify her. Just let her go. There are reasons as to why we have standards towards y'all females. We just don't want to put up with yo drama. We don't want to get fucked over again. We've been down this road before, and we know how it ends, and I do not wish to relive that ever again. Let's continue.
The reason our women are all out of pocket because they're all out here trying to get careers and not in front of a stove. Hang it up! Hang it up! If I have to disrespect myself or shrink to be with a man, then I will find peace in never having one. But you and I both know that I control my narrative, not you. And anything I want, I'll manifest.
And that concludes this footage. In conclusion, here's what we can learn from this. 1, for Brittany to sit there and shame us for having wounds of our own, she has no right to do that. She had 0% right to accuse us of being narrow-minded and having loud mouths. And because of that, there is only one place where she belongs. And you know what? That's okay. If that's where she wants to go, I have decided to accept that because at the end of the day, 304s belong to the streets. 2. Obviously, PJ Washington is still required to pay Brittany 200 G's of child support. So to the public's knowledge, that hasn't changed. That ruling is still in effect. 3. Do not let a female shame you simply because you got hurt by these 304s. Here's why I'm saying this. Females like Brittany Renner are the exact same females that constantly ask men like us, who hurt you? These are the same females that ask us that retarded ass question, but deep down, they don't care about hurting us. Remember, gentlemen, these 304s only care about themselves. They only care about the resources that we have, so they will try to finesse us in any way possible. 4. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. Gentlemen, you must understand this concept when it comes to females, because if they don't want to learn how to take ownership of their fuck-ups, do not force them to accept their own errors. Instead, what you do is go ahead and let them suffer, okay? Let them wither and suffer in their own misery. Beating your head against the wall is not going to work. When it comes to females, the only way they will learn how to accept what they had done is when they go through something very traumatic, something that will break them. And only then, maybe they'll start to care. Maybe they will learn how to become better people, not bitter. Gentlemen, continue to hold the line. Continue in consuming the red pill and continue to grow stronger and smarter. So with all of that said, this concludes this episode of my incredible podcast. So thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Share this with your boys and your families. Follow me on Instagram. Smash that bell notification button. And every single one of you, have a wonderful and blessed day. Peace out.